Hey class.
Sorry.
All right, let's get started. Today, our objective is to be able to play those rhythms in our song for our Christmas concert, the reindeer song. Reindeers are better than people. We've been working on this song, but sometimes we're having some issues with, can you guess it? Raise your hand. Which notes are we having a hard time with? Oh, lots of hands. I'm not talking about note names, I'm talking about rhythms. So what kind of notes do we have a hard time playing or holding out? Yes. Dotted half notes? What else? Yes.
We have trouble doing the 8 notes.
Yeah, there's 2 eighth notes in some of our measures, and sometimes, what do we do with those? How would we play
We
it?
play like quarter notes.
We play them like quarter notes. We play them too slow, or we actually have the opposite problem sometimes too. We play them too fast. There's one more note I want to discuss. Not that one. One more rhythm that I want to discuss that we have a hard time with. Well, we're perfect on chord note, doing great. But there's one other note that we play. Yes.
Whole notes.
Do we have whole notes in 3/4?
No.
No, not quite. But hey, good guess. All right.
That strong that we do?
I'm talking about the rhythm. What kind of note?
Eighth notes.
We already talked about eighth notes. If you're paying attention. Half notes. Thank you. So we got our. So we do have quarter notes. We have quarter notes. We have eighth notes. We have a dotted half note. We have our half note. And sometimes we have a hard time holding out those half notes and dotted half notes. Okay. And we need to work on counting those and doing them correctly. So I'm going to write a rhythm on the board, and you're going to pair it up with your neighbor and talk about how to play this rhythm. Okay? Okay, you're ready. Show me you're ready. Oh, maybe we need a time signature. Maybe we need a treble clap. Okay, then we're going to let's throw that one in there. All right, pair it up. I want you to ask each other some blue hat questions as you discuss how to count and clap this rhythm. Okay, pair it up. Go.
Yes.
Work together.
We haven't even played this. Okay. One.
Ah, man, let's try it again. 1, 2, running and go. All right. All right, hey class. Okay, at this point, I want you to go ahead and switch over to teacher-student, where one of you guys becomes a teacher and one of you guys becomes a student. Go ahead and decide who's going to do what, and once you critique or praise, switch roles. Let's see if you're playing it right. Go ahead, teacher-student. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Here we go. 1, 2, ready.
Count me
Go.
out. 1, 2, go.
I think you need to tempo.
I think it's fun. I gotta see what I'm How long? How about that? Nobody like quarter notes today. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, it's high.
Yeah. You're filming again. Press the red button.
I still need this.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
I'll just see if I can
It's a little bit off tempo. Is this tempo? You have to.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I think you should maybe tap your foot, like listen to it for a second, and then start tapping your foot, and then you go. Oh wait, I'm playing.
When your teacher gives you feedback, raise your hand. What do you think you should do? Yes.
Fix it.
What do you mean by fix it?
Like if you did something bad and he goes, okay, well, you gotta fix this. Then do it.
Okay, so should you allow them a chance to do it right then, or should they just do it later?
I'll give him a chance to do it then.
Yeah, I would go ahead and practice that feedback. Just like we do in class sometimes, I'll let you practice something for a moment. Be a good teacher and let them have a chance to practice it and maybe try again. So when you give them feedback, see if it helps. Give them advice. What could they do better? What thinking do they need to have while they're going on? Or while they're playing through? Or where do they go from this spot, from the 8th notes to the B? I don't know. You decide. You're the teacher. Okay, continue.
Alright, so I think we should practice it a couple times.
Go. Very good. Good job. Right on. Like, yeah.
I was like,
2, ready, go. 2, All right, hey class. Let's see if we got it. Okay, show me you're ready. Let's first count and clap this rhythm together. Make sure we're all on the same page. 1, 2, ready, go. I say count and clap, not just clap. Count and clap. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 3, not 4. It sounds like 1, rest, 3, 4. Yeah, you gotta hold that note for the full counts. Hold it out. Do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 3, 4. Can someone be bold enough to count the second measure for us? Oh, there's so many people, let's all do it together. 1, 2, second measure, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, who's right? Let's keep the beat one more time. 1, 2, ready and go. 1, 2, 3, rest. Oh, who clapped on a rest? Who broke their ankle? Lemon clapper. Broke her ankle. Don't break her ankle. Alright, let's try it again. A little more confident now. 1 and 2 and ready and then go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. Second measure. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, rest. Look at the measure. There's a big fat hair brush down. Don't clap on her hair. go.
1, 2, 3.
Rest.
Oh, now you did it.
Oh,
One and two, ready, go.
1, 2, 3.
Rest.
Good job. Now keep standing. From the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go.
1, 2, 3. Rest.
Oh, you all. I didn't
That's
everybody.
everybody.
Hey, class.
Stop it.
Hey, class.
Stop it.
Thank you. I didn't say stop. I just said if you make a mistake, sit down. So you have to focus, don't you?
Hey, I'm
So, hopefully everybody can
Let's try it again. From the beginning. You're out. 1, 2, ready, go.
1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Rest. Rest.
Over time, a little fast now. 1, 2, ready, and then go.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rest.
If you're out, you kept saying 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 3, 4. Oh, where'd the 2 go? Where'd the 2 go? No, where? Wait, what? Where's the 2 in the first measure?
It's in the rest of
It's in the half note. That's right. Good job. All right. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go.
1, 3, 4. Rest. Rest.
Good job, Cory.
Oh, some of y'all held it too long. It's only get 3 beats. One more time. 1, 2, everybody go. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. 2, 3, 4. Done. Good job. Now let's strum this pattern on a G chord. Okay, here we go. 1. Show your neighbor. Show your neighbor. Make sure you got it right.
Is this right?
I'm right.
Right. So put it down further on that east.
Stacy, you're on the wrong fret.
Right.
Hey, you
Put it
gotta
down
wait,
further.
This way.
The rest of your
Here we go. 1,
Put your
2.
pointer-
Oh,
there we go.
first of all, before we go, whenever it's an and, which direction do you strum?
Up.
Thank you. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. 3, 4. Done. One more time without me counting. Watch the word.
Yep.
1, 2, ready, and to go. Now remember, on a rest, what do you do? Yes, thank you for raising your hand.
When you have a rest, you dance around the string.
You dampen the strings. You just put your hand on it. You mute the strings. Here we go. One more time. Go ahead. Thank you. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Gotta be silent. Otherwise, it's wrong. It must be silent. All right. So this is the rhythm. In your music, you often have these 8 notes and half notes, but sometimes you either hold them too long or not long enough. So go ahead and get reindeers out, don't play, and just wait.
I'm a question about that. My dad plays guitar and he plays it like this.
As a G, right? That is why you do that.
I was just wondering, 'cause I didn't know why he was like that.
All right. Y'all have reindeers out? Yes. Now apply exactly what we just did. We counted these rhythms. We're working on these type of rhythms. Now we're not in 4/4 in reindeers. Can someone raise your hand and tell me what time signature we're in? Put down your guitar, please. Put down your guitar. We don't talk out of turn. Okay, everybody's hand should be up, right? Y'all know. Go ahead and say it's class.
3/4.
3/4. Thank you. What does that mean? Raise your hand. Oh, look at all these hands. Y'all know. Thank you. Yes.
It means that there's 3 beats in there.
3 beats in a measure, so you count 3 instead of 4, okay? So make sure there's only 3 beats per measure. As you're tapping your foot in tempo, that's where those beats go. Okay? Don't hold your half notes for 3 beats. That's ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. Don't hold your valid half notes for 2 beats because raise your hand wide. Yes.
Is that dollar half not adds it for another beat?
It asks for another beat. That's right. Which is how many beats? 3. So what do you have to do when you're playing?
You hold it for 3 beats.
Okay, how do you do that when you're playing the guitar? Let's play it.
You just keep your fingers on the note and just play it.
I know. Let's say that again.
You would leave your fingers on the note that you're playing, but that's a dotted half note, and you would play it and hold it for 3 beats.
You gotta keep your fingers down for all of those beats. Some of us aren't. We lift them and it sounds like this. Ready? That's what it sounds like. Make sure what you play, the sound that comes out of your guitar, also matches the rhythm too. Capiche? See if you can apply this. Let's do this, pairing it up on, now notice I said pair it up, not teacher student. I said pair it up on the last 2 lines of the first page. Okay? Let's pair it up. Go. Now, the whole time that me and Jaden's been working, we've been going over some blue hat questions, and it's really been helping, I think. What do you think?
It has been done.
Yeah, we've been thinking about, okay, well, what things mean here? I probably should make sure that when I'm fingering my notes, my hand's close to the guitar, and I'm not pulling fingers back and making it hard. Remember we talked about that in class before? We also, what's another thing that we talked about?
Keeping our adding on to keeping our fingers close together, like on the second to last line on the first page. When I'm playing D minor, just move this finger,
Yeah, you're just moving one finger at a time.
and then when you get to the G7, it's just this, just lifting the second finger.
That's right. And then I was about ready to, we asked, okay, we're starting at the beginning, that's where we're at right now, but maybe our next step should be working on
The hardest measure.
the hardest measure, instead of just blowing through it. We're gonna start looking at the hardest measure first, so that when we get there, we already know it. All these tools that we've been using in class this whole time, you wanna use them every time you're learning something, every single time. Don't just play from the beginning and play right there, and then get to a roadblock and start over. Find the hardest measures. What's another technique we've used in class? Raise your hand. Are we paying attention? What's another technique we've used in class to help us learn music? There's plenty. Yes.
Going from like the end of one measure, like on the different lines, from the last measure to the first measure.
Practicing
The,
backwards. Practicing backwards is another thing.
We made up like a phrase or like if it's a win sign and all
Oh, to help us learn the note names? Yeah, remember your note names, saying them as you go.
like whenever we had trouble like switching up here, I just go from here to there.
Find a part where you have a hard transition and practice that over and over again so you can get used to it, get the feeling for it. What's another thing?
Don't always start from the first measure.
Don't always
start over.
Don't always start over, because if you're driving a car and you come up to a roadblock, do you just start over, like go back and then keep driving up to that roadblock? Is that what you're supposed to do? Like, okay, there's Stan, I need to get to the other side of the classroom, ready? Oh no, I'm gonna start over, maybe it'll be gone. Okay, no, it's still there. Gotta start over. Okay, no, you come to it, and what's our solution? Raise your hand. Who's got the solution for our problem right here? Yes? Can you say that again? People are being kind of rude. Move it away. You come up to it, get rid of the problem, and then keep going. Okay? If you have a question, comment, or idea, raise your hand. I'm not answering your question. Keep turning it on, please.
I know, it's about to die.
Don't worry about it. Okay. So the idea is that you're supposed to, if you come up to a roadblock or a hard part, you want to deal with it first. It's not gonna magically get better. Not until you deal with it. Move the problem. Deal with the problem. Solve the problem. And then move on. Capiche? 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 Okay. So can someone raise their hand and tell me some things that we talked about today about rhythm? Raise your hand. What did you learn? Wake up. What did you learn about rhythm or what we've been doing today? Okay, what did you learn?
Rhythm, it like helps you like music. It like it's like gets you to know what you gotta play next.
Oh, looking ahead, you gotta make sure you pay attention to the rhythm coming up. What else? Guys, say again? You gotta make sure you stay on tempo in order to have the right rhythm coming out. That's right. Absolutely. Yes. Look ahead as you're going. So when you come up to those roadblocks, you can either remove them or you know what's coming up next. Yes.
When practicing rhythms, watch out for holes.
Yeah, watch out for holes. Don't break your ankle. Don't step in the hole. Yes.
I would like to say, we played that game of we were supposed to be criticizing how we hold the notes. You know, we was playing up and
What about that game?
yeah, we were trying to figure out what was messing up, and we were trying to critique our holding the notes whenever we playing the songs because some people were doing it.
So we figured out some people who might have issues counting rhythms. And did those people who had issues, did this help going over this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. I'm glad it helped. We'll do more of this tomorrow. Agenders, please. That's a bad word. So don't lean on it, please, because that's what we're All right, in your agendas, I want you to practice reindeers, and I want you this time practice while counting. Count the rhythm and keep the tempo. I also want you to go on charms and use the metronome, or if you have a metronome app, we're writing in our agenda, yes? Okay, if you have a metronome app, use that. Use it to help keep the beat, keep the tempo. The beat? I hope so. Okay, use the metronome to keep the beat as you're going along. If you're not with the metronome, you're wrong. The beat? Hit the showers. Get out of here. All right, I wanted to show you a little bit about the Charms program that I use with my students. It's a program where my students go online to this website and they record themselves playing, and they can listen to themselves as many times as they want and see if they can correct any mistakes or see where they need to practice the most and do self-evaluation before they send in the final draft to me. So I wanted to show you one of my students' recordings, and this was a quiz that was due about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So here's a list of all of his recordings that he's done since the beginning of the year. You can really hear how he's improved. And we're going to hear how well he did.
My name is Craig, it's Seth here, and this is Reindeer Slide 1 through 3 quiz, and here we go, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go!
Another cool thing about this is I get to write them personal notes on how to improve. So it's like a private lesson without the hours after school with every single student. So it's a really cool tool to use outside the classroom to help them keep practicing, to take care of quizzes at home instead of in the classroom taking all class time. they seem to like it, and they seem to be getting better and practicing more. I really like it.